Teachers. Hello students, welcome back. So we are continuing with the NIST Cloud Computing Reference Architecture. In the previous lecture, we learnt about the major actors of this reference architecture. So I once again put the diagram here for you to recollect. So we have the consumer, auditor, provider, broker and carrier. So we will see the role of each of them in detail. So as you can see here, consumer is a person or an organization and it maintains a business relationship with the users from the cloud provider. So the consumer is going to get services from the cloud provider. So whoever is getting service from the cloud provider is called as a cloud consumer. It can be either a business organization or it can be a private user. A single person or an organization can be a consumer. And provider again can be a single person or an organization, and it is responsible for making a service available to the interested parties. So whomever wants a service, to them this provider has to be capable of providing the service. That is called as a cloud provider. And auditor is a party that can conduct independent assessment of the cloud services, information system operations, performance and security of the cloud implementation. Now this provider is implementing the cloud, consumer is using it. So this person is sitting like an auditor and he is every now and then assessing whether the services are provided correctly, whether the information system operations are going on properly, the performance and security of the cloud implementation is being done efficiently. So all this is being audited on a now and then basis by the auditor. Now the cloud provider and consumer need not directly interact. They can have somebody called the broker in between also. It is not mandatory, but if needed, we can have a broker. So an entity that manages the use, performance and delivery of cloud services and negotiates relationship between the cloud provider and the cloud consumer. So he acts as a negotiator between the provider and the consumer. At times we may not be able to get direct contact with the cloud provider. He may be a very big company. So there are some brokers who will help us intermediately interrelate and get the details or get the resources for us. So that is called as a cloud broker. And then you have somebody called the cloud carrier. This is nothing but the intermediary that provides the connectivity and transport of the cloud services from the cloud provider to the cloud consumers. So this is something like the Wi-Fi connection. So carrier is nothing but the connectivity for the transport of the services from the provider to the cloud consumer. So hope you are clear. There are 5 actors. All these 5 people are only responsible for all the cloud computing architecture terminologies. So we will just see. As you can see, the carriers between these people and interactions can happen between the actors. Okay. So each actor is an entity, a person or an organization, and participates in the transaction or process or performs tasks in cloud computing. So simple example, a cloud consumer can request service from the cloud provider directly or via the cloud broker. So that is what the diagram is showing. There is a direct line between the consumer and the provider, or you can go through the broker to the provider. Then the auditor conducts independent audits and may contact the others to collect necessary information. So you can see the auditor being connected to the broker, consumer as well as provider, because he is authorized to audit all the interactions. That is why the lines are connected between all of them. So this is the various type of interaction that can happen. We will also see simple scenarios. So here you can see the usage scenario for cloud broker. Supposing there is a broker, how will the interaction be? So the cloud consumer may request service from a cloud broker instead of contacting the cloud provider directly. So now the cloud broker creates a new service by combining multiple services or by enhancing an existing service. See, now he can borrow and give the service from 2-3 providers. Supposing the consumer is asking for 3 services, the broker may find that one provider is not having all the 3. So he may get one service from the first provider, 2 more services from the second provider. So that is the advantage of having a broker. If I am directly contacting the provider, I will first contact the first provider. I will find that there is only one service. So I will leave and come to the second provider. He may have only 2 services. So my purpose is not fulfilled. Because I am going through the cloud broker, this person is able to combine all the 3 resources by taking it from the different providers and it is giving it to the consumer. So here it is useful to have a cloud broker. He is able to interlink with the providers, various providers, and get the resources for us. So here in the second scenario, we are talking about the cloud carrier. So cloud carrier provides connectivity and transport, we already saw, between the provider and the consumer. So we have the provider, we have the consumer in the diagram. And you are shown SLA1, SLA2. So these are service level agreements. So you have service level agreements which are being ensured by the cloud carrier. So the SLA between cloud consumer and the provider, and the SLA between the provider and the carrier. So service agreements are always ensuring quality of service. We already saw this in the second unit. So these service level agreements are very much essential. So the cloud carrier is also responsible for taking care of these service level agreements. So that is the interaction shown here. So it is ensuring that these service level agreements are maintained. So one more scenario, the third scenario, wherein I just included the cloud consumer, cloud provider, and the cloud auditor. So for a cloud service, the auditor will conduct independent assessment of the operation and security of the cloud service implementation. So the auditor will involve interaction between the consumer and the provider. Here we are not having the broker. So we are having only the cloud consumer and the provider interacting. And so the auditor is sitting in between these two people and trying to ensure whether the operation and security of the cloud service implementation is going on smoothly and correctly. So I have taken very simple scenarios. In the further lectures, we will see in detail about the role of all the 5 actors. Each of them have very specific roles to play. So we have seen only an overview here. The rest of it we will see in detail. Thank you.